Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Happy weekend to all of you, wherever you are, Africa, Europe, Asia, here in the United States. Today is July 20th, 2024, and the time here in Texas today is 1:31 p.m. So I hope all is well. Hope you had a fabulous weekend and that you had a great time. Just celebrating life. It's a wonderful thing to be alive and a beautiful time that God has given us. So we have to make use of every single day that we have the chance, to live. Welcome once again to the Can Hour. This is the moment that we take to talk about the things that are going on with Change Agent Network and with myself personally, what's going on, what is in Africa here and around the world. So we are so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for your love, for your support, for your prayers, for your partnership. I mean, it's just been incredible. It's been an incredible journey, and none of these things would have been possible without your stable and steadfast partnership with us. So we are so much grateful uh, to you today, and we pray that God continue to bless you richly as you continue to be of service to others. Here at CAN, we just wanted to know that we strongly believe that we get to show our love for God and serve him by ministering to the needs of other people. That is it. That is it. And so that's something we fundamentally believe is part of our fundamental principles as an organization. And for me personally, that is one of my biggest guiding principles in life, which is to be of service. Just be of service. That's all. It's not difficult. Just serve. It's always a privilege whenever we are called upon to serve. It's always a privilege. It's a great opportunity. So today I'm here to give you quick updates on Change Agent Network and myself. What's been going on with Maine? What we've been up to lately. So before we dive in, I just want to take this time to wish all of our Liberian brothers and sisters happy July 26th. Those of you who don't know, Liberia's Independence Day would be on the 26th of July, 2024. As you can see from the flag, it's a photocopy of that of the United States flag. This is the only country that was created in the whole world for the sole purpose of resettling freed American slaves to Africa. And Liberia, which means the land of the free, was the home that was established for such purpose. The Constitution was written here at Harvard, and the system of government, the model of life, the culture, everything is modeled after that of the United States. So it's a great honor. Liberia is over 170 years old. It is Africa's oldest independent democratic nation. So we want to wish all of our Liberian brothers and sisters, including myself, a wonderful Independence Day. I know it's been very rough. It's been rocky since the foundation of that country, but we have so much hope, and we believe that everything is going to change for the better one day. And we have hope, and that's why we keep doing the work that we do. So, to all my Liberians, brothers and sisters out there, we want to wish you um, a wonderful Independence Day. Um, and we hope that we would take this time to. We hope that we take this time to just pray to God and trust Him and keep giving and keep serving, and that things will get better one day. I'm a strong believer in that. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. So um, before we move to the next thing, I want to show you a short video for those of you who uh, don't know, a short video about the history of Liberia. So just hang on. Here we go. Uh, how Liberia was founded. We want to show you that quickly.
right? Well, he was. But did you know he was also kind of a segregationist? Like many whites of his time, he just wasn't sure there was a place for blacks in America. Many free African Americans weren't too pleased with their situation either. Men like Joseph Jenkins Roberts. Roberts was a small businessman in Petersburg, Virginia, who chafed at white discrimination. Because of his race, he couldn't grow his business, his friends couldn't find work, none of them could vote, and there was always the danger that they could be kidnapped and sold into slavery. The solution people came up with was colonization, the creation of a new country far, far away that free blacks could call their own. Let's call it Liberia, meaning land of the free. And that's exactly what they did. Now, some African Americans, like Frederick Douglass, objected to the plan. They saw it for what it was, a scheme to deny blacks a place in American society. But plenty disagreed, and for 2 generations from 1821, the so-called American Colonization Society helped thousands of African Americans in moving to Liberia. In 1847, the new arrivals declared their independence, set up their own republic, brought in a constitution and a flag closely modeled on the US. Joseph Roberts saw his dream come true. He got a country of his own, and in fact, he became the first president of Liberia. But wait, this is not the perfect happy ending. Liberia, you see, was not empty of people, and those who had lived in this stretch of West Africa for centuries were treated as second-class citizens by this new American elite. The new arrivals had better weapons and were able to take the best land. They even set up a system of plantation agriculture. It's not unlike what they'd left behind in the American South. Land and resources were also sold off at bargain basement prices to their old friends, the Americans, to companies like Firestone Tire and Rubber. So sadly, Liberia became home to a new form of exploitation and racism by the very people who had left America trying to get away from that kind of thing. Now, tensions between the locals and these Americo-Liberians was a big factor in the civil war that trashed the country after 1989. That's over now. Today, Liberia is a fairer place, but it's still very poor. And that's the main reason why it's been so hard for them to cope with Ebola. Liberia still has close ties with the US, though. Why? They even put a picture of the great emancipator on a postage stamp in 2009. I'm Chris Wolfe, history guy at PRI's The World, and if you have any questions about Liberia or anything else historical, drop them in the comments below.
All right, there you have it. That's a brief history about Liberia. You just heard it for yourself. So we want to wish all of the people of Liberia wonderful Independence Day, July 26th. I'm sorry, I was hoping to be in Liberia. Hopefully we might still be able to make it, but I'm not sure at this point, today being the 20th. So I want to wish them all the very best, and we want to let them know that we love them and we are praying for the nation of Liberia, and everything will be okay. It's going to be perfectly fine. So our next update today is about it's on the what we call the Mississippi School. The Mississippi School. This is a school that's currently on a construction in Cocota, Maygibe County, which is central, I think north central of Liberia. It's about 25 to 30 minutes drive from the international airport, Roberts International Airport in Liberia. It's situated on the 5 acres of land that was acquired about 2-3 years ago for the sole purpose of building what we call the educational village in this part of the country. So we are super excited. We just got the roof on top of one of the buildings, and building 2 and 3 are also in the works at the moment as we speak. It's on the way. And so we are super excited about that. And we want to use this time to just thank our dynamic work crew in Liberia, headed by Pastor Mevin. Pastor Mevin is based in Cocota. Those are his guys on the screen, as you can see them. Very hardworking folks. They've been working extremely hard. Everything done in Liberia is done manually. We don't have machines, so we have to use our hands to work. So it's just been an amazing time. Pastor Mevin, Daniel Toe, he is the gentleman all the way to the extreme left. He was in the refugee camp with me back in 2001, 2002. And of course, he was, I think, my first student, one of the first students who learned how to use computer on the computer school that was opened in the refugee camp in 2002. And now he's back to Liberia. He's currently working as a teacher and giving back the knowledge that he acquired from that school that was built in the refugee camp. So amazing things are happening. Daniel Cho, and not forgetting our brother Harris. They're also in Mikey County. Harris works with Young Life. He's the Young Life leader there. Roland Harris is a Young Life leader. So our leadership over there, dynamic team composed of Mr. Daniel Tao, Pastor Melvin, and Brother Roland Harris doing a fantastic work in Mikey County. So we just want to take this time to acknowledge their fantastic work. Of course, none of this can be done without their input, without their participation, without them taking ownership of the work. So it's just been a really, really wonderful time. Okay, that's it about it. Let's move to the next thing again. We also wanted to let you know with great joy that the container we shipped back in April has finally arrived in Liberia and is currently at the seaport of Monrovia as we are working with the government to release it from customs. So hopefully by the end of this month or the first week in August, the container should be out of the port with a lot of goodies in it. Wonderful things are happening, and we can't wait to tell you more about what's going on with that. And we also have two more containers that are on the way right now to Liberia. So this year alone being an amazing year. Um, uh, uh, an amazing year with a program that we call the American Leftovers or Leftovers from the American Dream, Containers of Hope. We were able to gather sufficient supplies to be able to ship 3 containers in 1 year. I mean, that's amazing. That has never happened before. The highest we've done within the year has been 2 containers. So it's so exciting to have that. Um, Another update we have for you. So we actually please keep praying for the container to get out and the other two that are on the way, that everything will go well and the kids and the people of Liberia will receive these supplies so that they can improve their lives. Uh, Another update is about myself. It's about myself. We were supposed to be in Liberia, like I said. We were supposed to be in Liberia a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, we had a series of critical meetings with our Liberians, brothers and sisters here in the U.S. and Liberians uh, who are in Liberia, Liberian organizations that we've been working with. So we had to delay the trip a little bit when it comes to our going to Liberia. So that's why we are still here. But we changed the trip to wait till maybe the end of this month or next month before we will leave to be in the country. So we are super excited about that as well. So these meetings are critical. We did not want to leave without the team going out there together. So it's due to technical reasons. That's why we have not been able to make the trip. Our next update is on this project. Is the project in no, this is in Grand Jita County. As you can see, we worked pretty hard over there. Is everything is done manually by hand. We dig the dirt by hands. We make the bricks by hand. We we break the stones with our hands, our bare hands. Everything is done very difficult. So this is a quick update on the project that we have ongoing presently in Grand Jita County. This is in southeastern Liberia. And as you can see, those are big stones that have been broken into smaller pieces, and now we're going to break them further into little pieces to turn them into stones, little stones for concrete work. That is real hard work, as you can see. And those young people sit in the sun, in the rain, all day, all night, just cracking the stones. It's really tough. And Grand Jita is one of those very, very rural area of Liberia. Takes about 14 hours on a very horrible road to get over there. So, but the people are excited. They've been waiting for hope forever since the country was founded, but finally they have hope in this village. As you can see from the screen, this is how we do mold our bricks. Those are the center blocks being molded. We use water, sand, and cement to mold on site. We don't have machines to do those things, so we do that manually. And this is the laying of the bricks, as you can see from your screen, uh, young people. We're not just, I just want you to know that we are not just building schools, we are creating jobs. We are giving people opportunity. We are adding value to lives and we're giving them a chance. I mean, look at this pickup right here. This is a pickup truck that should be transporting sand for us. But now we get to transport it. We got to push it because it broke down and there's no mechanic shop around there. This is way, way in the jungle. So as you can see, this is the building right here. 6 classrooms already at almost at roof level, with a science lab, a computer lab, a library, and an auditorium. So right now, the project, we are almost to roof level, and our guys will be leaving this area to return home to their families to celebrate the Independence Day tonight. So they will be coming back to work, hopefully right after the 26th, maybe the first week in August to keep the work going. So you can see we are truly breaking the cycle of poverty through education, economic development, and prayer. And all of this is being done by the special grace of God with support from you. You are the one making this possible. Your prayers, your support, your encouragement, your partnership makes all of this possible. Before I move to the last update today, I want to take this time to just thank all of our Liberians, brothers and sisters from this part of the country who are living now in the United States. This project is being fully paid for by the citizens of this part of the country who are residents here in America, the Midland Bazon Association in the Americas. That's the name of the organization. These are everyday Liberians that are doing regular jobs. They contribute things like $50, $25, $100, $1,000 towards the development of the lives of their own children and their people back home in Liberia. And this is so exciting for me because I think life is all about giving back. When you eat, you must go to the restroom. When you drink too much, you must go and pass water out. So that's just what it is. It's like a pipe. It flows through it. And I'm so excited that my fellow Liberians have jumped on board. We have raised over 100,000+ doing different kinds of work within the last 2 years in southeastern Liberia. So to all of my Liberian brothers and sisters who have been a part of this journey, we want to say thank you. Thank you. Well done. Keep it going. It's going to be okay. If we don't do this, the question is who's going to do it. So we just got to do it. We don't have much of a choice. Let's get it done. Okay. And for other Liberians who might be sitting on the fence, we want to encourage you. Liberia is not going to move forward except the Liberian people themselves desire to move it forward and take action to do that. So together we can move the country forward to the glory of God. So that's it about the update on Bazon. And just so that you guys are informed, we have over 5 different organizations, Liberian owned and run organizations here in the United States that are raising thousands of dollars of their own personal money from different, these are not rich people. I'm talking about people with minimum wage job, but giving back through CAN to Liberia. So it's been a wonderful partnership to see that Liberians getting involved funnily for the development of their own country. So together, we're going to do amazing things. I really, really do believe that we're going to do great things in Liberia to the grace of God. And finally, today, I want to take this time to say thank you to my dear friend, Jen Swift of Discover Life Here podcast. We had a wonderful, wonderful time with the podcast. some times ago in Lafayette, and you can find more of that podcast. Give me the minute, please, of that podcast online at her website. Give me a moment. Let me just put it up real quickly. Um, so, like I was saying, you can find more of the podcast that I had with her online. Um, it's called Discover uh, Lafayette. What's going on here, Eric? Yeah, I think that's where we are. Hold on. Yeah, Discover Lafayette is the. Give me a moment, please. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Just give me a moment, please. Okay. I can't find it anymore. Sorry. All right. So the podcast, you can find that online. I was trying to put it up, but if those of you go to Discover Lafayette podcast by Jan Swift, you're going to find it there. She did an amazing job. It's a wonderful, wonderful story about my love for the people of Louisiana, a home that I never chose, that God brought me to. And today, all of these amazing things are happening through the folks of Lafayette. So I just want to take this time to say thank you to Mark Thomas, my dad and friend and brother, and Sister Marty, and the rest of the folks who made this podcast possible. We have a lot of great reviews, and it was a wonderful, wonderful podcast. So I want to say thank you so much for that. So finally, want to now leave here with this word. I personally never signed up for this. This is not something that I thought about doing for my life, but God made it possible. And today, it just been a wonderful journey for me to be in the position to give back. I never thought that one day I was going to be in the position to give a tip when I go to the restaurant to eat, because in Africa, we could even dream about that. I never thought that one day I was going to be able to own a car, drive a car, live in a nice home, and run an international nonprofit. There's no telling what guy can do. And that's why I just made it very simple. Oh, it's just God. I did not sign up for this. So once again, before I let you go, I want to repeat this to you. We get to love God and serve God by ministering to the needs of others. There's no way we're going to achieve success without the support of others, without the cooperation of others. So the way to a meaningful life is by serving. Thank you so much. Love you. Take care and all the best. See you again next week, same time, same place on the CAN Hour. Until then, please have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we love you. We are praying and holding the rope on your behalf. Thank you. And bye for now. Bye.